Yes, few things we can't change. We can't change our parents. And people call me with all different variations and variety. Ajmer, Ajmoor, Ajmer, Jameer, Jamur, Jameer. You lazy bugger. Daddy, I want to be painter. Shut up! Somebody's good in sales, somebody's good in something. You bring them together. So I got anda for breakfast, for lunch, and for dinner, even for snacks. Education doesn't stop in school. So this is me in 1987. Yes, I'm roughly 10 years old, and the shirt I'm wearing is Bobby Da's shirt, which is my neighbor's son, who is 7 years elder to me. When he would discard something, it'll come to me. So if you zoom into my report card, it says something else. It says Jameer Singh. What's the name there? When I was born in 1977, 23rd of December, 8:30 a.m. Friday in Kolkata, my grandmom, Dadi, who was in village Bishangarh, named me after a guy who went to school at that time. He was the only guy who did something called 10th standard, Madhyamik. You understand 10th standard? So he went on to serve the Indian Army as a soldier. So my Dadi named me after him, hoping that one day maybe I can join the army, because it was a big status symbol in those days. Even to be a soldier, it was a big thing in my village. So she named me Ajmer Singh. What was the name? You know there's a city called Ajmer? Yeah. So my ration card had Ajmer. And when my parents went to give my name in the school, somebody just wrote whatever they felt like. They did not cross-check. They took the A, they put it after the J, and they made me Jameer Singh. So my report card had Jameer, my ration card had Ajmer, and people called me with all different variations and variety. Ajmer, Ajmoor, Ajmer, Jameer, Jamur, Jameer. I'm exaggerating it, but I did not like it. How many of you here, there are a few things in your life you don't like? We all have something like that. Yes, few things we can't change. We can't change our parents. I can't change the originality of where we are born maybe. But there are a few things which is controllable, as Dhoni says, and we can tweak and change that. I did not like it, the confusion. So in year 2000, I moved to Delhi, the capital of India, for my further studies. And then I changed my name officially from Jameer Singh Thin to become the AManDeep Thin brand, which I am. And I still get problems, even till this day. Sometimes the immigration people, they stop me for no reason. They cross-question me for quite a few things, because my past records shows that I've changed my name. But it's okay, I'm going to pay the price, because I did not like it, I changed it. If you go to my report card, you will be not impressed. I think, you know what, you'll be super impressed. Because my teacher took extra efforts. What kind of efforts? To get a different color pen and give me marks. So I got anda for breakfast, for lunch, and for dinner, even for snacks. You get it, right? I kept failing. And don't look at me and go like, you lazy bugger. Well, ask my mom and my neighbors. I would study hard. But the strategy I was applying to study, it did not work for my brain. And then I took non-medical. By the way, I did not take it. It was taken for me. How many of you understand? Yeah. Daddy, I want to be painter. Shut up! High-paying job. Engineer. Daddy, shut up! I failed in mathematics. I got 13. I worked very hard for 3 months. I got better marks the next time I did it, but I still failed. In my final attempt, I became creative. I did joint ventures with people sitting in front of me, and I cleared my exam. The school doesn't like it, they call it cheating. I like to call it joint venture. If you're good in HR, somebody's good in sales, somebody's good in something, you bring them together, it becomes a joint venture. That's how I did my master's in life. I've done a lot of joint ventures since +2 all the way to my master's. I'm not recommending you should do this, young man, okay? So just ignore it, that part. Coming back, you can always learn, by the way. Education doesn't stop in school. And if you don't know, there's almost like 9%, 7 to 9% people who are coming out of normal education, and they're doing something called specialized education. And the business I am in is called specialized education. What kind of education is it? Specialized education. Yeah, I couldn't clear any engineering exam, I failed in all of them, from state level to even my district level. There's a college in my district called Longowal College, engineering. Most kids go through that college, as per normal standard. I even failed in that also. They said, go home, you can't become an engineer, there is no hope for you. I was frustrated, I was angry, and I was struggling. And now I understand why. Because the way they were teaching me was not adapted to my style of learning. And that's why I became the teacher I am.